Well, hello, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Mario Maker's One Screen Puzzles. Now, unfortunately, I played the puzzles I'm going to start this episode with already. However, I unfortunately lost the footage. I actually have some of the footage, a big chunk of the footage without any microphone. My microphone really, it got like a second of audio and then it crapped out. Completely was just static. Screwed up a couple of the audio that goes along with the video. Some of the video got like corrupted in the middle of all that. I don't know exactly what happened, but instead of just going through and trying to do post commentary on my thought process, I'm just going to show you these things. First one that I played that I wasn't going to show was one screen puzzle called Much Challenge by Tommy. Dude, this one is hard as hell. It involves, I understand what I'm supposed to do in it, but it involves multiple different Kaizo jumps. So if you guys want to play it, let me at least show you the course ID because I'm not going to do anything else with it. But if you guys want to play it, there it is. I couldn't personally do it. Other people could. If I spent more time on it, maybe, who knows. But then the next one is by a guy named Thomas called One Screen Puzzle Wall Crawl. Now this one is an interesting concept. It's more about like a glitch at the beginning. There's been a couple episodes like that where you start out in this wall. So I can like run back and forth in the wall. But if I go out of the wall, I'm stuck out of the wall. Like this, obviously. I can't get back into the wall. And if I start over, I am in here. If I go to the right, there's a spike there. So you can't get past that spike. It took me a long time to figure out that was a spike. I just thought it was like killing me. Long story short, in this level, it took me a very long time to figure out. But I finally did figure it out. The whole goal is to end up with three things stacking right here. The three things that are within the wall stacking right here so you can get in this door. And that ends the level for you. Now, in order to do that, to make that happen, you actually have to do, like I said, it took me a long time to figure this out. I have to go get this P. I gotta throw it. Oh, shoot, see, that happens to you a lot because it's very, very glitchy. You have to get this P. Be at the side in just a way that you're not out of the wall yet. Get up here, throw it straight up. I'll show you why in a minute. You gotta do the same thing with this POW. Now the problem is, if I walk over top of this P, it will go off, and I need to keep it intact. Now with the POW, if I just let it go to throw it, it throws it, as opposed to setting it down. So as you can see, it's very difficult to get the POW out of here, because if I grab the POW and set it down at the edge so I can get to it, like that, you are stuck crouched. I'm not hitting any buttons anymore. I'm stuck crouched. I can't go left and right. And now, therefore, I can't do anything else. Excuse me, it's not that you can't do anything else. You can't move left and right. So the precision on this is pretty key. And let me show you if I can get this thing done. There's one in the right place. Get this guy in the right place. I got to go up again here. Got to set this one down just like this. And then jump, see? You gotta jump up to the right in just the right way and you'll grab that other POW. It takes some practice, takes a little bit of precision, but it is doable. Let me flash forward and show you guys. There we go. See, I got all three of them. Now, the interesting thing is, what you have to do is you have to get the P on the ground first. Luckily, you only need two of these items because there's a lot more to this puzzle. Ugh. If I get up here, I can drop this P here. And you need to have the P. I tried it with two POWs for a long time when I finally got it figured out to this point. I tried it with two POWs and it can't be done with the two POWs because at one point you have to run back through. There we go. I'm going to put one of these on my head and I'm going to catch a different one. Run through this musical note block over there with that glitch. Open this thing up. I can save this. Oh god, I can't save that. Let me just not get killed here. You gotta open up this block. When I open up this block though, I don't want to jump down there because then I'm stuck. But you can luckily throw these bombs in just the right place, the right way, that it's gonna open up all this stuff. Exactly how I need it. And then all you actually have to do on this one now, is keep a clear path. Keep a clear path. I'm going to run this way. Whoop. Oh, nope. That was a fail. You have failed the level. So here's the deal, guys. If you set the P off to access that coin, or to trigger that block instead of, oh crap, instead of doing what, oh shoot. I might actually still be okay in this. If you do set the P off and let that, it'll end up losing your P. It will get you access to these bombs like I have going on right now, but you will end up losing your, there we go. You'll end up losing your P, which you need to get to the end. Now, okay, I haven't just killed myself. If I do this just right, yeah, there we go. That'll actually help me. So now what I do is I get to the bottom. And by the way, before I did not actually end up failing the level. I could have, oh, shoot. I can't save the level anymore. Because I could have still run back across, I didn't necessarily fail the level, but unfortunately that time I did. Okay, look, I got the P downstairs. So now I have to take my POW block, get it downstairs. I gotta take the P, I gotta throw the P, grab my POW, and go over this way. I can set it down to offer me some safety and cushion. It doesn't really matter. I can put the POW here, the P on top of it. I hope I can get that POW without having problems. The main thing is you need three stackable items. Let me make sure I can get this POW without actually dying. Okay, there we go. 3 stackable items. You gotta watch out for those guys. Now I'm in the door, and boom! That's all there is to it. You just need 3 stackable items to get you in that door, but it all is involved in how you get them out of that wall. There's multiple different ways that you can look at this level. One of them is to, if you drop that bullet bill, you have access to that second POW. Problem is, if you drop the bullet bill, you can't get back to the other side. So I really have to think about this one, and even knowing the solution, it's still extremely difficult to execute. Now, you might be looking at this screen and going, oh, Jeff, you just did it in 1 minute and 39 seconds. The world record is 2 seconds. It's not a well, I can't say it's not a glitch. It's not a hack. I have that world record. Check this out. Boom, baby! See, if you Kaizo jump it just right on that P block, you can actually jump through the door without having to do any of the level at all. The only reason I even thought that that was possible is once I finished it, I realized that the world record was 10 seconds, and I was like, how did they do this in 10 seconds? And I was like, oh, the P block, I can Kaizo jump this. That one might not have been as fast, but I do hold the world record on that course. Oh, I just broke my own world record, look at that. So, Thomas, there is a glitch to your level. However, and even though it's not a true level, it involves glitching, not many one-screen puzzles are like that, so it's different. It's still got a puzzle element to it. I really liked that level, actually. I don't know if I'd want to play a bunch of them all the time, but I like the concept. I like that I can show you a normal way and still a fun way to break, quote-unquote, break the puzzle. So anyways, Thomas, good job on that, and I will show you now the next level that I played. All right, folks. This was the second level that I played that I lost all my mic audio to. This one's called Item Selection Puzzle Update by Riles. I did not get a world record on this. Somebody else has the world record. It's not a super challenging puzzle, but it was fun to think about for a minute. Basically, you see the POW that goes down through this coin hole. You got a P block. There's doors. They're obviously reset doors, the one at the top. Now, this one, I'll show you. The first thing you're going to think to do is, well, it doesn't really matter, is hit this P, go back in this door, come here, now you have access to your POW without taking out that thing. What else can you do with this level? Let's see, let's get this trampoline. Take this trampoline, we'll just go across over here. Okay, trampoline is not enough to get up. I could either use something underneath the trampoline or the POW block on top of the trampoline. Maybe if I look to the side, I'll notice that, okay, I obviously need to take a POW with me because there's munchers. So I probably want to rearrange this a little bit and get this POW block down. Get the P, we'll put the trampoline on top of the P, because that'll save the, there we go, save me the POW block. I'll still be able to do the bounce on top of this thing. This is watch out for this guy. And then, wait a minute here. I could use the POW block to go in this door, which most likely is going to take me down here, which it does. You'll see in a minute. It does. But now for not only do I have munchers in my way, I have a buzzsaw in my way as well. Well, if you noticed, when we got up here, there's more to the level up here. 2 pieces of it. One is this, which I actually didn't do anything with this before. This is not the same way that I would have solved this. So now I got a second trampoline down this way. Oh, but you'll also notice, I don't know if you saw that or not, there was an area up here. Now, I never actually used the second trampoline before. I didn't actually realize how to get it until that just happened. But take a look at this. So up here, if I can bounce right, there's a mushroom up here. Now, both of these 2 areas up here kind of negate the fact that this is a one-screen puzzle, because it is no longer a one-screen puzzle, and it's not even that something was just out of reach to the top. I mean, these are relatively significantly up there. Like, you can't even see them, that there's an area. Well, I guess you possibly can see that there's an area. Either way, having all this doesn't get you to the end of this puzzle, because since I've taken away this coin, if no matter what happens, if I go in this door, I can never get that POW, and I need that POW to win this level. So, POW, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this P with me. There's another P going to come out. This gets me access to 2 different P blocks, because they'll keep coming out that pipe. I still have the one. I'll get this POW, and this, my friends, is how I ended up solving this level, is use this trampoline. POW. I can, whoop, if I jump right. There's a vine that I can jump and grab onto. Get up here, I can get my mushroom. So now I have to ensure that I have my bigness to get through the buzzsaw, and POW to get over to the other side. So how am I going to do this? It does say, what is an item choice or whatever this thing is. So there are different methods that, whoops, you might be able to use in this level. Apparently with that secondary trampoline, which I didn't really know how to get before. The one thing I got to be really careful with in this is, now that I'm big, this jump is actually really hard to make. This really makes it difficult. Oh god. So you got to be actually really careful when you're running through. That was obviously a poor jump, but I multiple times screwed up and ended up falling down that hole trying to set this thing up at the end, and it was pretty pathetic, but at the same time it can very easily happen. So let's see if we can go through now and get all this stuff going like we need to. Over here, actually what I might want to do is take the opportunity to get this at least set up beforehand, because it's way easier to deal with this as a little guy, because you don't hit your head. So then I get up here, I grab my mushroom, I will put this down. I can't just run straight through there, but I can run straight through like this, get my trampoline on top of it. I need to get my POW up here. I don't even need this guy. That was probably bad though. Shoot, I need to do something to be able to to get rid of this. So let's just, I mean, we can just shoot him up here. I really don't care about him. I need to go back down. Go get my P. Instead of using the POW to get in this door, I'll use the P to get in this door. I will go take this with me. Just hit up when you hit that P. Here we go. Throw that. Go down. Stand in here and wait for the glory. So there's a bullet bill that's there. There's another trampoline up top. I don't know if he's giving you multiple different choices or if it was just a different way. Excuse me, or if I just did an unintended way to finish this level. I want to say he gave you just a bunch of different choices to do this, so I'm okay with it. It was a good puzzle. It was not super advanced. It did take me about 10 minutes maybe to figure this one out, so I will not complain about a puzzle. I do get confused when there's multiple different ways to do something on wondering if I did it like the intended way or an unintended way, but either way, it was fun, so good job on that, Mr. Riles. Time for the next one. Final one-screen puzzle I had already played and I lost my audio and all that stuff too was this one by Callum, just called One Screen Puzzle. So you can see I hold the world record on this level. It didn't take me that long to figure out, and there's a lot of stuff you'll notice happening on the screen. Well, not really happening. There's a lot of things in the screen right away. I did not find this level very difficult. Basically, there's this area you can't get by. You're stuck in this area at the beginning. You have to use this P, get out of here. It drops a bullet bill down here. You have really nothing else that you can do if you go past that little frame, except for jump on some random blue platforms and make your way back here, essentially, which you can just circle back around the level. So if I go in this door, it gives me access to a POW. Now, the interesting thing is, let me show you something. If I have this POW, I go up to the top. I also notice that, well, there's that POW again. Let me just throw the POW for now. I keep hitting the up button. I'm sorry, guys. So while I'm in this door, there's this trampoline over there, but I can't get to it because there's this pusher in my way. But I can jump up and not get access to it. I haven't quite figured this thing out yet. I don't think you need to. I don't know if it's a distraction, but I cannot figure out if I get in this situation, I'm stuck. There's no way I can get out of here. So, not 100% sure why that's there, but let me show you some more stuff in this level. So basically, I go up in here. I've learned that there was a thing down below me. A thing, you know, one of those things, a thing that shoots stuff. There's also this, like, bouncy guy that's in my way. This is set up in one of, like, Tom's fiery Yoshi clown car level where he showed the way to exploit and get through these bouncy things. The nice thing about this setup is he shows you basically right away, you have to glitch through this thing to get to the end. I like the fact that it's just there, out in the open. You must get through this thing to get to the end, because I instantly knew, okay, gotta glitch through this thing and then we'll get to the end. But how do you do that? So I got rid of these 2 coins that were right here. And the reason that I did that is when I go back around here and go through, by getting rid of those coins, if I'm standing, I'll take this POW with me just because I already got it in my hand. If I'm standing here, notice that bullet bill is there. If I use that P switch, the bullet bill falls down. If I don't use the P switch, I'm just sitting here and nothing can happen with this bullet bill. I can try to go out here. If I jump on this blue platform, the bullet bill's gonna hopefully shoot his little Yoshi egg, which he just did, but there's nowhere for it to land anymore. So the reason that I did that is because as long as there's no coins, I can go stand up here, which forces that bullet bill to shoot to the right, because now I'm on the right side of the screen, which I can, oh, I could have gone through the door again. I don't know why I did that. But anyways, I'm going to go up here, essentially, just jump up here, grab that stuff real quick, go back down and around, in the door, grab the POW, back through the door. That was too fast because the P is still going. So there we go. Let's go back around. I have the POW. There's my bullet bill. I use one of these blue platforms and get up to the top. Stand to the right. There's now a Yoshi egg sitting on this blue platform. Well, what can I do with the Yoshi egg? Well, it's all part of the glitch. Now the thing is, I didn't need too much else with the glitch, so pretty much I just get that over on that side. Get this over on this side. Let's just do this fast. Let's grab our Yoshi while he's safe. Get the POW in my mouth. Get up here. I didn't do it right. I did it incorrectly, because had I done it properly... Oh, excuse me. I actually don't remember exactly how I finished this level off. How funny is that to say? I have to use the POW while still keeping a POW. Oh, because then I have the Yoshi. Excuse me. So what you can do... I've done this stuff. We'll go in this door. We'll get my POW. We'll come back. Because I can do this as many times as I want. The trampoline, actually, again, is another level. I just noticed something I didn't notice before, so obviously it's not needed to finish the game. Once you have the Yoshi, you can go up top, you can get that trampoline and come back, but I don't think it is absolutely needed. I think I can do everything I need to do with just the POW. So let's show you. So I basically have the POW. I'm going to come up here. I'm going to just leave the POW where it's accessible on all sides. Let's come up here, get this thing to fire me out of Yoshi. Let's go back. Go back over here. We'll take this with us. Essentially, at this point, if I go like this and I fire that off, now all coins are gone. So I don't need to deal with the coins at all anymore. And actually, I can do this with the trampoline. I can do this in a multitude of ways now. I can go up here and grab this trampoline from this side, Probably put it down right here. Okay, I guess you can't do... I guess you can't do it. There we go. So that's a way to do it. Apparently that doesn't save Yoshi. I did it in a way that saved Yoshi, where if you get the POW instead, you go back through and get another POW because the coins will still be gone. Once you POW coins in these levels, even going through doors does not reset them. So the coins are gone. You can take a POW with you and throw it instead of the trampoline and get on top of it, and you can actually get Yoshi out of the level as well. So fun level, couple different ways to do it, a couple different objects that may or may not be pointless. Doesn't matter. There's just different ways to do it. So those were the 3 puzzles, and I apparently forgot to give you a star, Mr. Callum, so I'm glad I had to go back and do this. So guys, those are the 3 puzzles that I played, and kind of post-commentary, but actual post-commentary with me showing you how they were done, as opposed to just talking through them, because I didn't feel like adding post-commentary. I just redid them with knowledge of what had happened. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and go check out those puzzles. Give those people some love. Try to beat my 2.8 second world record. Yeah.